Hello, coming to you from DC metropolitan area. We are here in the DMV area. I'm an immigration lawyer based here in DC. However, we do have clients across the country and around the world because we are dealing with complex immigration law cases. If you're new to my channel, you know what to do. Please go ahead and subscribe. If you are not new, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to comment below, hit the notification bell so you don't miss on anything. Let's get right into it. We're doing a series of practical tips. Okay, we're gonna make at least 10 videos for this month of November combined with the month of December. 10 videos on removal proceedings, deportation, and removal orders. We are talking about today order of supervision. What is the order of supervision? The order of supervision, in simple terms, it simply means it is a conditional release, an alternative to detention. Why should I comply with it? You should comply with it because violation of the agreement between you and the government, which is ICE under those circumstances, will put you back to the place where you were before. Let's say the person was detained before, released under the order of supervision, will be placed back to deportation or detention because of the violations. Okay. Again, should I show up? Yes, you should show up and check in with ICE. What are the consequences? We'll talk about it in this video. Number one, we already defined what is the order of supervision. Now we want to talk about scenarios why certain people will find themselves under the order of supervision, or why certain people will be placed under the order of supervisions. As we said before, because it's a conditional release or it's an alternative to detention, most people will find themselves under the order of supervision. An example could be a person who was detained, arrested, detained, or entered without inspection, and because they don't have the right to bond hearing, you can negotiate with ICE. The person who entered without inspection, the arriving alien, under this current administration or the current BIA, the latest BIA decision, that person does not have the right to a bond hearing. Okay, that's why you can negotiate with ICE to get released and be placed under the order of supervision. That will be one of the examples of many. Another example could be a person was detained, even though they came with a visa. We set the bond hearing, they win the bond hearing, they get released on bond, but still ICE has the authority to place that person under the order of supervision, because remember, release on bond is still an alternative to detention because the case is still pending, right? So that's why people find themselves in that type of category. Another category, this is a little bit rare. A person can be placed under the order of supervision. Why? Because they went to the removal proceedings, the case was decided, they appealed, they didn't win. Now they have no choice but to leave the country. But because they have family who are sick, they have compelling humanitarian reasons, they can ask ICE for an alternative. Sometimes we apply for stay of removal order with ICE directly, and that's how the person will either be granted stay of removal but still be placed on the order of supervision, because it's a conditional and it's an alternative to detention. Okay, so and then that person has to comply until further notice. Only ICE has the authority to stop it, and sometimes we can stop it when the person is lawfully admitted. For example, the person gets their green card based on, some type of applications. Then we can go back and stop the order of of supervision. We've done it before, okay? Should I comply? Yes, you should comply. Otherwise, you'll be placed back to where you were before that order of supervision. If you were in detention, you'll be placed back to it. If you've been order removed, you'll be removed, okay? You should comply, especially under this administration, because they're following through with those type of, making sure that the people are complying or not. If I go to report, am I gonna get arrested? We don't know. But how can we determine whether or not a person can be arrested? Well, several factors. The way I tell my client, because I have clients who have been calling me because of the news, they're hearing a lot of news about people talking about arrests on the day of check-in. So how do you know? What should I do? Well, technically, there's really nothing you can do on your side in terms of you still have to report, right? But how do you know whether or not you'll be arrested? We can elaborate on a lot of factors. The first one, you check yourself. Do I have any pending case in civil courts or in criminal courts? For example, do I have any child support case pending against me? Do I have any assault charge pending against me? Do I have traffic violations, a fine that I did not pay pending against me? That's number one, you check, right? Number two, do I have a case pending in immigration court that is still open that I have a hearing to show up to? Okay, and then you look in the totality of circumstances. What else did I do wrong in terms of breaking the laws that is going to compel us to just detain me when I'm going to report? If you look at the totality of circumstances and you find that there's really nothing, then chances are you might not be detained. But remember this: if a person is under withholding of removal, Convention Against Torture type of protection, they might, especially withholding of removal, that person might be detained. Why? Because of this new Supreme Court decision that says that although the person, we have withheld the removal, but the person can be sent to a third safe country. This is one of the reasons why those people, those other individuals are reporting that they've been detained. That could be one of the reasons, because of withholding of removal. But remember, you still have the right to a hearing, even though you can still try to get a hearing so that the judge can decide on credible fear, whether or not you have some type of credible fear to the country where they want to deport you, to the safe third country where they claim it's safe for you. You still have that right to the hearing. But can they do that without the hearing? The answer is yes, because of the previous Supreme Court decision. We're gonna talk a lot about those deportation because we're living under uncertain time. We want to be here to help, to provide guidance, to provide clarity, not fear, but clarity, so that people can prepare themselves. If you need a consultation again with me, you know what to do. You can schedule it by using the consultation link in the description box below. Until next time, bye-bye.